Dad's Army, the beloved British sitcom that aired from 1968 to 1977, remains a cherished part of TV history, celebrated for its humorous yet poignant portrayal of the Home Guard during World War II. Over the decades, fans have fondly remembered the talented ensemble cast who brought the show's quirky characters to life. Sadly, many of these actors have passed away, leaving behind a legacy of laughter and nostalgia. This tribute looks at 28 of these actors, honoring their contributions and reminding the joy they brought to millions through their unforgettable performances. Joan Cooper in the series she played Dolly Godfrey. In 1969, when she was in the series, she was 47, and sadly she passed away on July 1st, 1989 at 66.
May have a nice little word with that nice Mr. Walker tonight, will you, Charles? We need some more sugar.
I'm not going on parade tonight.
Frank Williams in the series he played Reverend Timothy Farthing. In 1969, when he was in the series, he was 27, and sadly passed away on November 28, 2021 at 79.
What you want to discuss with me about the orphanage is really important. I strongly object to being dragged out of my bed in the middle of the night.
Middle of the... It isn't even dark yet, Vic.
Larry Martin in the sitcom he played Soldier. In 1969, when he was in the series, he was 35, and sadly passed away on August 7, 1994 at 60 years old.
Now what's going on here? This all looks very fishy to me. Who is in charge here?
Ian Lavender in the sitcom he played Private Frank Pike. In 1968, when he was in the series, he was 22, and sadly passed away on February 2nd, 2024 at 77.
Can't he smoke? That's right, Mr. Fraser. Cigarette get pushed down your throat.
Foolish talk and nonsense. There's hundreds and hundreds of things you can't do.
Talvin Thomas in the sitcom he played Private Cheeseman. In 1973, when he was in the series, he was 51, and sadly passed away on November 4th, 1982 at 60 years old.
So, you see, we've only one spare suit. Oh, we'll measure him for that.
Yeah, well, I thought I'd call the first article.
Carmen Severa in the sitcom she played Mrs. Fiona Gray. In 1970, when she was in the series, she was 48, and sadly she passed away on August 3rd, 2002 at 80 years old.
Yes?
Oh, I heard you were needing women helpers for the Home Guard. Is that right?
Yes, that is quite correct. Do take a seat, please.
Oh, thank you. I've been...
Fulton McKay in the sitcom he played Captain Ramsey. In 1973, when he was in the series, he was 51, and sadly passed away on June 6, 1987 at 64.
Job to do, and whatever else I am firm but fair. I want you to know that I treat you all with equal contempt. Any questions?
Arthur Lowe in the sitcom he played Captain George Mainwaring. In 1968, when he was in the sitcom, he was 53, and sadly passed away on April 15, 1982 at 66.
Keep still, Jones.
Yes, sir. The spirit is willing, sir, but I think my body's slung it in.
Set at ease. Now.
Wendy Richard in the sitcom she plays Edith Parrish. In 1970, when she was in the series, she was 27, and sadly she passed away on February 26, 2009 at 65.
Shirley, is it?
Yes, where's Joe?
He's phoning you.
Oh, I'm sorry I'm late. I had to put my face on.
Edward Sinclair in the sitcom he played Virgil Morris Yitman. In 1968, when he was in the series, he was 54, and sadly he passed away on August 29, 1977 at 63.
Bunged up.
I've got enough putty here to fill up all the keyholes under His Reverence's jurisdiction. And it's fresh. Smell it, Your Reverence.
Philip Maydock in the sitcom he played U-Boat Captain. In 1973, when he was in the series, he was 39 years old, and sadly passed away on March 5, 2012 at 77. Alan Tilburn in the sitcom he played Captain Rodriguez. In 1969, when he was in the series, he was 51, and sadly passed away on December 17, 2003 at 85.
Yeah. I haven't got it, Mr. Nolan.
Now listen, Weasel, if I don't get that necklace back right now,
They'll never be able to put you together again.
But I ain't got it.
Clive Dunn in the sitcom he played Lieutenant Corporal Jack Jones. In 1968, when he was in the series, he was 48 and sadly passed away on November 6, 2012 at 92.
Silence in the ranks! Stop talking! Silence in the ranks! Private Pike! Private Pike!
Robert Raglan in the sitcom he plays Colonel. In 1970, when he was in the series, he was 61 and sadly passed away on July 18, 1985 at 76.
They're down in the harbour now, locked in the ship's hold.
By Jove, this is good news, sir.
Now, I want you to pick them up and take them to the church hall. I'll send an armed escort over to collect them later.
Amy Dalby in the sitcom she plays Dolly. In 1969, when she was in the series, she was 80 years old, and sadly she passed away on March 10, 1969 at 81.
Are you enjoying your nice piece of haddock, Charles?
Yes, thank you, Dolly.
Do you know, I had to queue up for 20 minutes this
John Le Mesurier in the sitcom he plays Sergeant Arthur Wilson. In 1968, when he was in the series, he was 56, and sadly passed away on November 16, 1983 at 71.
Read it. Aloud. With a hot spur? No, the article.
It's not fair, it's private.
Silence in the...
John Laurie in the sitcom he played Private James Fraser. In 1968, when he was in the sitcom, he was 71, and sadly passed away on June 23, 1980 at 83.
Fairly satisfactory. May I say how sorry I was that the hearse ran out of petrol just outside the city. I'm sure...
Harold Bennett in the sitcom he played Mr. Blewett. In 1969, when he was in the sitcom, he was 70, and sadly passed away on September 11, 1981 at 82.
I couldn't make the name any bigger or it wouldn't go on the board.
No, that's quite adequate.
Yeah. Of course, I could have done tall, thin letters, but that wouldn't be right.
Ronnie Brody in the sitcom he plays Bob. In 1973, when he was in the series, he was 54, and sadly passed away on May 8, 1991 at 72.
Well, not in front of all these people. It's very embarrassing.
Oh, you'll have to pull yourself together. I've got a very important...
Michael Bilton in the sitcom he played Mr. Maxwell. In 1969, when he was in the series, he was 49, and sadly passed away on November 5, 1993 at 73.
Oh, right. Now, to return to the problem of the late Mr. Johnson. As you know, he had...
Excuse me a moment, just excuse me a moment.
Anthony Sharp in the sitcom he played War Office Brigadier. In 1969, when he was in the series, he was 54, and sadly passed away on July 23, 1984 at 69.
Are you afraid? Afraid of the man who defiled you? Don't be. He won't harm you again.
Gordon Peters in the sitcom he played Policeman. In 1968, when he was in the series, he was 42, and sadly passed away on June 15, 2022 at 95.
This is the door.
This is made of paper.
That's right. Tar paper to be exact. Standard.
Eric Chitty in the sitcom he plays Mr. Clerk. In 1970, when he was in the series, he was 63, and sadly passed away on July 22, 1977 at 70 years old.
Gentlemen.
Good afternoon. My friend here would like some brown boots.
You sure you don't want black boots? Brown ones are only for officers.
Bill Pertwee in the sitcom he played Chief Warden Hodges. In 1968, when he was in the series, he was 42, and sadly passed away on May 27, 2013 at 86.
To a staff car? How did you get a staff car?
My position entitles me to one.
Oh, are you kidding? Your position wouldn't entitle you to a pair of roller skates.
Barbara Windsor in the sitcom he played Laura LaPiaz. In 1968, when she was in the sitcom, she was 31, and sadly she passed away on December 10, 2020 at 83.
What about my silk stocking?
All right, darling, don't break into a trot. No, you don't understand, sir. You see, this is the turn we saw last night at the Hippodrome Theatre.
John Wingham in the sitcom he played Captain Bailey. In 1968, when he was in the series, he was 40 years old, and sadly passed away on October 20th, 2008 at 80 years old.
Never had anything so stupid in all my life. Squeezed us all in here like this.
Captain Manrin's orders, isn't it?
Campbell's singer in the sitcom he played Major General Menzies. In 1972, when he was in the series, he was 63, and sadly passed away on February 16, 1976 at 66.
Unit.
I'm indeed, sir.
Oh, my name's Mears. I've taken over area command.
I'm glad they had the good sense to put a Scotsman in charge.
Where are you from?
What do you think when 28 actors from the sitcom Dad's Army sadly passed away? And who do you miss the most among them? Leave your comments below this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell to wait for my next videos. Thank you.